So what I'm doing is I am assembling GBA cards for our game to sell at MGC. Hello, Calypso. Would you do me a favor, dear, and share this in our Discord? Also, let me know if the audio is okay. One down, 298 to go. One down, 297 to go. Look at that fanciness, wait. You see? It's kind of blurry, but it has our name on it. You're twisting. 3 down. Wait. 4 down. 4 down, 296 to go. Hobo, that's enough. Hey, stop. 750 kbs. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Five down, 295. Oops, backwards. Me. I don't understand.
Lighting is terrible. Golly.
Just turn it off. Maybe that's better. You can see it over here. So my name is Casey, and I did the art for this game. My husband did the programming and the music. I also did the marketing. We did everything else together. And we are getting ready for MGC, which is the Midwest Gaming Classic. It's a trade show for retro gaming in Milwaukee. We'll be selling 2 of our games. And so I've got 300 GBA carts to put together, and I have done 6. So 294 to go. Thank you. Yeah, I need to just break down and get a little light or something for the computer. This is a lot more tedious than I thought it was going to be. I'm already...
So I told you I would start doing it while I was at work.
I may take you up on that. I was like, no, I'll just stream and do this. No, this is awful.
I mean, I'm sure it'll get faster, but
Oh, I
it's
would.
definitely like hours of work.
Yeah.
Like hours and hours of work.
Maybe I should do one where like no one's on it right now. It's just like picture from here and here, and there's a really low cut. You'll be like,
That's what I need. I need to start on my hands.
yeah. Putting together GBA cards. Is the music okay?
Yeah.
Music and sound and all that? Okay. Seven down. 293 to go. Open.
Occurred to me too. We should probably order more pocket pulp stickers.
Yeah, I think
Ones. Where did we get those from?
Sticker Giant, I think, was the last place that we got them from.
Was it?
Yeah, if you look up stickers and just Google, like, not Google, but search our emails, you can find it.
Did you order like 200 or something?
I was thinking about taking those cat stickers too. Why not?
Yep, we got room.
It's like not like. So if you were watching, I'm assembling carts. GBA cartridges. I've got 300 of them to do. Actually, no. I think I got 298 to do. And we made this game. And we've got 2 games that we're going to be selling at MGC in April, which is the Midwest Gaming Classic. It's a retro gaming trade show in Milwaukee. And we will be there selling our games. Inky and the Alien Aquarium is one game we'll be selling, and it's a fully released game. Wait. 9. No, 9. I think 9. So 291 left. Anyway, so Inky and the Alien Aquarium, and then the other game we'll be selling is Crypt Sweeper, which is a new game we were making. And that will be debuted at MGC. If you have any questions, man, I'd really appreciate it, because this is not fun work. It's not fun at all. Or you can just sit there, really quiet. $10 down, yay! $2.90 to go. $11 down. I lost my scissors. It's not there. Well, hello. There you go. Hello. My name is Casey. And check out this. This is our GBA card for our GBA games. We've got 2 out right now. Well, 1 out and 1 that will be out in about a month. We'll be debuting it at the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee. My husband and I make GBA games. Or games for the GBA. We're really excited. We have new carts. These are from Inside Gadgets. It's a company out of Australia that is making cartridges for all systems. And you're gone. I'm gonna target every single person that comes through here. Single them out, make them get nervous. Oh my gosh. Why won't you work? Why won't you work? I like this one. Oh. Dear, maybe we should do a stream where like I'm doing pottery and you're assembling cards next to me. Or maybe we should get a banner to hang up in the garage behind me. It says, ask me about my GBA games. How many down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 down. I know. I say I like tedious work. I think one thing that's not so great, these lights are warm. What else? These little screws, man. These things suck. They're so tiny. And it's like this blue screwdriver is actually easier to use. Like it screws easier. But the other one's magnetic. $15 down, 285 to go. Is there like anywhere I shouldn't touch on this thing? Oh my gosh. Just get on there. If you go dig, you should just leave your screen up so I don't feel like I'm alone. I wonder if it'd be better to do it from my phone. Do you think that's the difference? Like, we're getting no traffic. There's a person. Hello, person.
Whatever. I mean, it's just any traffic is good traffic because we have to disassemble them anyways. It's not like.
Yeah. Hello, person. I'm assembling GBA carts for our game, Inky and the Alien Aquarium, that we released, and a second game that we will be releasing in the next month called Crypt Sweeper. And they're gone. What? Is that all the way in? Do you see that?
It should be flush. Like that. It's flush. If you look at it from here, it doesn't pop out.
Well, inspect my other ones.
Yeah, it's fine. This one's good. I mean, I'm talking about no micrometers here. But you can imagine sliding it in. You don't want the screw to.
Yeah.
But this is a good size too. I'll try that one. I don't know where my other screwdriver set is.
That's flush.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the plastic for it.
This one's plastic. Oh, it's got like plastic in there.
What do you mean?
There's a little flake of plastic in there. It's fine. It's
So.
I don't know where my other screwdriver set is.
I'd probably put it somewhere smart.
That works.
Much light? I'm alright. I'm gonna try it, see. Ugh. What am I looking for? It's not gonna be over there, I'll tell you that. Well, go look and see if lighting's terrible. You're like, it's just fine. It's just fine. This one's terrible. Oh, I hate this one.
You gotta liven it up. You gotta make it interesting.
How am I liven it up?
I don't know. You can't be sighing and.
I know.
You gotta entertain the YouTube audience.
I don't know how to. Maybe talking about how we're gonna be in Milwaukee selling these games.
There you go. Talk about
Brand new games for the GBA.
talk about what it was like making the games.
What it was like making games? It was interesting making the games.
Well, right. Like actually talk about it.
Okay, well, so the guy that you hear talking right now, he did all the programming and the music. I did the pixel art. And
For you.
huh?
How was it for you?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And so when we decided to make Inky and the Alien Aquarium, that was our first GBA game. We were kind of burnt out in life, and we wanted to do something for fun. So we were like, hey, let's make a game for the GBA. And I had no experience doing pixel art or any kind of art, really. But I watched a couple Brendan James Greer videos, and I was like, oh, pixels or pictures with tiny squares, I can do that. And so for the next year, I practiced pixel art and worked on the game, and it was cool. It was a really rewarding experience. So after we launched Inky and we had our successful Kickstarter, we decided to keep making them. And it was fun. Give me 1 second while I figure this out. Pixel art is a trip. It's a lot more complicated than just pictures with tiny squares. So when you're making games for old systems, there's a lot of restrictions. So for example, the GBA screen is what, 240 by 160? resolution, so 240 pixels by 160, so that's not very big if you think about, compare it to the resolution of what systems now are capable of. So that meant our tiles in the game, so we used what's called tile-based graphics, were only 8 by 8 squares, and our sprite, Inky, was 16 by 16 pixels. So that's, you know, think about it, 16 pixels one way, 16 pixels the other. We also used a limited palette, so I think we used AAP64, which is a set palette by a really awesome artist. And so there's only 64 colors in the game. I take that back. Well, 64 colors from the main art. There was additional art for some other things. But it was a really rewarding experience. It was fun. It was interesting also, my husband and I working together for the first time. And I guess the best part of it was when we did the play testing and we were watching people play our game. Our play testers videoed themselves. Oh no, this one's stuck. So for the initial game that we did for the carts, we got our cartridges from Alibaba, which isn't the greatest place, but there's just not a lot of options. This was also in 2021 when there was a chip shortage, so that made everything else a lot more complicated. And the process for those carts, where they would come in, and they were all bootleg, so you had to sit there and take off the stickers of their bootleg games on them, and that meant taking apart the carts, soaking them so you could get that sticker off, cleaning the, not the boards, but just the shells, and then reassembling them, then flashing them. And this is where we would start weeding out the bad carts. Then we would, because sometimes they wouldn't flash, then we would test them. We had to test them thoroughly because these were not great carts. We ended up having to throw away a quarter of the carts. We also had to make, I think 4 different versions of the ROM because it varied with each. Some of the boards were different, or some of the chips were different. And the whole process probably took a good 40 to 80 hours of work. Jackie! Where have you been? Well, actually, I haven't streamed in a really long time. That's probably where you've been. Not around. Oh, oops. Check out this fanciness, man. Can you see that? It's got her name on it. Super exciting. We got these from Inside Gadgets. So yeah, we ditched the old process. We got it with Inside Gadgets. We're paying twice the, you know, what we paid for the carts, but these come flashed with the game, so that's great. They're also the same chip guaranteed, so we didn't have to do a gazillion ROMs. And they're 100% legit, so in our mind, it's worth it. So that's exciting. It doesn't look beautiful? I'm loving it. I'm super excited about it. So yeah, we've been a little quiet lately. We had a lot going on. We had Old Hobo, our dog. He had surgery because he had cancer, so we had to have that removed. And then I got the flu and it was out for at least 2 weeks. It was awful. And then we had taxes. That was terrible. I know, isn't it? I'm super excited about it. Inside Gadgets is awesome. They were so quick too. I was really impressed. It's great. It's I'm loving this. So yeah, then we had taxes. And then while I was sick, Valipso decided, yeah, he's good. He had the surgery. Now he's good. No further surgery needed. But thank you for asking. He was a little traumatized by the whole experience. He's got some trust issues already, So we went a little bit backwards. I think mainly because when he goes to the vet, he always gets cuddles and lots of special attention, but we couldn't give it to him afterwards because he couldn't get up on the couch. Because he couldn't, we were told he couldn't do any steps until he had the staples out. So I think he was really mad at us about that. So he's good. Yeah, so then when I was done with Calypso decided, hey, let's do a different game. Let's do a little game and get that done before the conference. And so I've been working on art. I should have been streaming for it, but honestly I have so much to do. I was like, I just gotta get it done. So we'll probably be sharing that soon. We will be doing, we're gonna sell that one and Inky at this conference. And this will be our first conference. How have you been doing, Jackie? What's going on with your life? Oh, come apart. Come apart. Got 2 there. Any big tests coming up? So the new game that we're doing is called Crypt Sweeper, and it's a play on Minesweeper. And instead of just finding mines, you've got monsters to find, and each monster's got different behavior. So it'd be a great game to have on commutes and things like that. An idle brain game. I don't really know what you kind of call those kind of games. So, what's your thesis idea? And you're gonna make a 3D model of her? And I'm gonna show my age. What's a VTuber? Because that's what's on your thing. And VTuber. And at first I was thinking, oh, that's just like a streamer, right? But now I'm realizing it's something different. Oh, I know what I need. I need this down here. Ooh, spare bag. Cool. That makes things easier. There is such a crazy amount of joy I get from seeing our logo on these chips. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's blurry. Inside Gadgets, where it's at. They were awesome. And the fact that these are flashed, oh my god. So flashing a cart takes anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes maybe. And we had 200 before to flash now, and because Inside Gadgets did the chips this time, we don't have to flash any of these, which is amazing. Because that is not a job I like at all. At least this one keeps flowing. flashing, I would have 2 laptops going, and I would just sit there, and like 3 to 5 minutes isn't enough time to do anything. Like, you can't, 3 to 5 minutes, you can't, I don't know, like, walk away and do something, or I don't know. It's something else to entertain. You just kind of got to sit there and wait. That is not a good job for me, but I did it. When you're paying attention, Jackie, tell me what a VTuber is, so I feel cool. Is it a virtual streamer? Is that a thing? Do people do that now? And where do they do that? So, let me see. I'll show you how the carts come. They come in these like bags like this. And there's 2 to a packet. Or 2 to a pocket, I guess. And 4 to a packet. They have our names on them. And it's super exciting. And we're taking these to the Midwest Gaming Conference, or Midwest Gaming Classic. It's a retro gaming conference in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's huge. And this will be our first conference. Super excited about that. A little nervous. And we're bringing 300 games to sell. There'll be copies of Inky and the Alien Aquarium, our first game, and Crypt, a second game that fully released game that we're doing. We've got a couple of free games. We've got another GBA game we got out is Aunt Flora's Mansion. That is actually a port we did for another developer, Anna Anthropy. And she gave us permission to port the game for her. And when we ported it, we also redid the graphics because she did the game in Script, which has a different resolution than the GBA. So we redid all the art, added music, and that one's free. And the code is actually open source. So if you make games, or you like to make games, and you want to make a GBA game, you can take that code, hack it, and make your own. And you have links to all that on our itch page. So yeah, we got Inky and the Alien Aquarium, our first official GBA game. Then we made Aunt Flora's Mansion. And in between there too, we participated in GB Jam, which is a Game Boy inspired jam. Now those games are just web games. But we did well in those, that jam. First year, I think there was like 400 games submitted. We ranked 5th. And the second year, there was a few more games than the previous year. And we ranked 15th or 12th. I can't remember. And when I say we, that is my husband and I. We're business partners and life partners and all that kind of good stuff. He does the programming and music. I do the art, marketing, everything in between we share. And we want to make a platformer. And we started one. We may scale it down some. So we're trying to think of games that we can get out within a year. You know, so, and the one that we started would have been more than a year to get out. So kind of want to get smaller games out more quickly. So we are back to the drawing board on that one. I should probably make a video on that because I was streaming the art for it. Which kind of sucks because I got really attached to the character. That character was a little robot. And I had this whole story built out in my brain. I'm moving a little bit faster now, a little bit faster. Get them apart! Trying to be gentle. So the first game that we made, Inky and the Alien Aquarium, that was the first time I had done pixel art. And I had this idea, I was like, I watched some videos and I made a couple of things just to get the experience of it. And in my head, I was like, we're working with such a small resolution, I can probably just brute force it. No, no problem, Jackie. No, Jackie, what I was asking you was, what's a VTuber? Is that like a virtual reality YouTuber? I should know this. I should have asked this a long time ago. Ah! Okay, well, I'll talk to you later, Jackie. If anyone can tell me what a VTuber is, that'd be great. Because I want to know. So anyway, I thought I could just brute force the art. I was like, with that number of pixels, I could just get it by trial and error, you know, just keep trying stuff and eventually something will look good. What I learned, that is not a good strategy with pixel art. But since then, I've learned a lot, and I'm proud of what we did. We did everything ourselves. The only thing that we outsourced is the box art, and we got a really cool artist to do that. Well, just the main picture, like Sean put it all together on the box, a lot of the other stuff, so just the front. But since then, I've started taking art classes, so it's my hope that for future games, I can do that. So for Crypt Sweeper, actually, I did the art for the sticker for the cartridge. Huh. So a VTuber is just someone who uses an avatar. Huh. Interesting. That's not what I would have expected from that name. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I had the flu like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and I'm still coughing. I was always curious what you use, like how that works. Have you been streaming lately? Oh, also, you gotta tell me too. Is this bad? Is this bad streaming etiquette? Asking people questions that come through, or targeting them? I can get better at talking to myself. This camera down here is not great. Dude, I'm flying through these now. Flying! Alright, these are all empty. Empty, 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 empty. Oh, sweet. I can grab another stack. So we got a gazillion of these. Gazillion. Well, not gazillion. Got 300. think next time I do this, I'm going to be a little bit more organized in where I put my trash. Gonna need a trash bucket. Boom, 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 boom. We can do this. This is the worst part of it. He knows. He knows. So a VTuber is someone who uses an avatar. That's not what Jackie uses. Jackie uses is called, he's a ping tuber. PNG tuber. We got like 2 bags of these. Carts. Oh, look at you, dear. Look at you. I was feeling like I was talking to myself, and you're just over here making things happen. You gonna go dig? I'll probably sign off at 4:30 and go get Delta's birthday gift. In fact, I need to make a card for her. Boom, boom, boom. So my husband and I made this game. Inky and the Alien Aquarium. And we've got another one coming out called Crypt. So that's why we have 300 GBA carts to put together. So we can take these games to the Midwest Gaming Classic trade show in Milwaukee at the beginning of April. We did everything ourselves for these games, except for the box art for Inky. But he did the music, I did the art, he did the programming, everything else between we shared. And we had a successful Kickstarter for Inky. And then the other game that we'll be doing is Crypt, and that's a new one out. We don't have it available on our itch yet or in our Etsy store, but we will. We'll have it up on our itch as a free game when we get back from MGC, and we'll start selling the cartridges on our Etsy store. Depends on when we get back. If we sell out of carts in Milwaukee, then we'll have to do more set. But once we get those in, we'll have them in our Etsy store eventually. Inky and the Alien Aquarium. It is a block pushing puzzle with a little bit of an adventure twist, where you are an adorable little octopus that has been kidnapped by aliens, along with 15 other sea creatures. And then Crypt is a play on Minesweeper, where you are sending, instead of just finding mines, you are finding undead beasts or undead creatures. And you have to send them back to the crypt. That one we're still working on. Pretty sure Sean, is all the programming done for Crypt Sweeper? He can't hear me, he's doing dishes. But I still got a lot of art to do. I've got about 3 more monsters to draw, along with their animations and their death scene, or death sprite. And then I've got some smaller sprites to do. XP, you know, stuff like that. Some UI stuff. And then also the title screen and the... It's about 55 hours of work, I think, is what I have estimated. That I need to probably have done in a week. So I need to start cranking those out. And those are tiny little sprites. Those are 16 by 16, but it's complicated, but a number is on top of that 16 by 16. So really I've got like, maybe like 16 by 10, I think, that's visible, even though I'm still drawing 16 by 16 sprites. Come apart. We opted for the clear cartridge. We could have gotten just about any color. I kind of wanted to do gold, but once I saw that we were going to have our logo on the chips, yeah, I thought clear was the way to go, even though we're going to put a sticker on top. And we get our cartridge, or our boards from, come off, Inside Gadgets out in Australia. That was a cool group of people that are keeping handhelds alive, and they sell all sorts of carts. They are definitely more expensive than the Alibaba ones, but they're more reliable and they're a lot cooler because you got your name on them. So these are 8 mag carts. I think 8. So another reason why we have to scale down our current game. We thought 16 would be available, but it's not. Well, it's available, but it costs so much that we wouldn't be able to manufacture them at a reasonable price for our customers. So we, being where we are in the game development process, we were like, okay, we can just step back and come up with a plan B. Come on, we get on there. So, one question I had, I get a lot, is what's it like making GBA games in 2025? And it is mighty fun. It's a really great community. There's some really nice people in it. Everyone's very friendly and supportive. And it's kind of like a, I don't know, making the kid inside really happy, fulfilling childhood dreams kind of thing. The market's definitely not as big as the traditional gaming market, but at the same time, it's a smaller market, so it's easier to stand out. And the other cool thing is that people looking for GBA games, like they get the new handhelds or they have a new emulator, you know, they don't care when the game was released. You know, whether it was released in 2021 or, you know, 2001. So, because everything is held at the same standard or the same technological standard or has the same restrictions, the release date of the game doesn't really impact stuff. More with the traditional gaming, people want the newest, right? And now it's not everybody, you know, of course not everybody, but a lot of people look and see when a game is released. And, you know, you got to sell your game the first 6 months. After that, it just kind of goes stale. But it's different for retro games. So what we'd love to do is encourage more people to develop for the GBA and other retro systems. And more people to play those games as well, because there's some really awesome games out there. If you haven't played, you know, outside of our games, I should be marketing our games. But, there's some also really other great games out. Come on. So Good Boy Galaxy is fantastic if you haven't played it. These other ones are not GBA games, but they're still great. Alwa's Awakening was NES. Really good. Super awesome soundtrack. Super awesome soundtrack, man. Love that soundtrack. Micro Mages is pretty fantastic. A lot of fun. I recently played one, Master Key. I don't know what the Master Key... I think the Master Key was NES? Master Key was NES or Super NES? I can't remember. But people are still developing these games. There's some new ones coming out. We have a Discord for... retro developers to announce their games, and we also actively go out and look. I keep an eye on Reddit, and we scroll and look through Kickstarter for games, and we share them when we find them. So if you're into retro gaming, definitely join our Discord. Let's do this one next since it's empty. What is it? There's one out that's gonna be crazy. The Game Beaters are playing it. Cornelia's Mansion. It's like a point and click style game, and they are releasing it for like every freaking system. That's insane. They're releasing it for the GBA, Game Boy Color, desktop. I don't know if it's like a DOS version or if it's just like a regular computer version. NES. And like, that's just crazy. That's just crazy, because they were literally making a new game for each of those systems. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't throw the carts in the trash. And not just new games. Like, it's not like, oh, let me just, you know, change the code so it fits this system. You also do new art because they all have different resolutions and different restrictions. That's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I mean, maybe it goes a little bit faster because it's not like you're having to come up with brand new art for each one. You're just trying to, like, you know, translate from one system to the other. I think if I was the artist for that game, I mean, they have multiple artists because they have a big team. But if I was the artist for that game, my strategy would be... I don't know. Part of me thinks I would start with the more complicated one, like the least restrictive, and then work my way backwards. Oh, I have no music. Where's my music? What was the name of the other one, dear? The core... I was rolling in something out there.
Other what?
Cornelia's Mansion or something?
Yeah, that's it. Something like that. The point and click one.
Yeah.
Are you streaming?
I'm still streaming.
Cornella's Mansion or something?
Mm-hmm.
Maniac Mansion clone. What's he doing? rolling around.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's probably rolling something dead out there or poop-like or something. Yep. That's what I was learning you. He's very into it. He's very excited in whatever he found out there. Oops, sorry for that. So yeah, I don't know. I think it would probably be easier. Well, for me, I think honestly, it'd probably be easier to work one of the smaller ones, and you know, probably start with like the NES or something, the most restrictive, and then work my way up to least restrictive. But I'm more comfortable in smaller sprites, lower resolution than I am in larger resolutions. Like 16 by 16, I'm solid in, I'm good. I like doing 32 by 32 sprites, those are nice. But 32 by 32 and that can be too big sometimes. But 64 by 64, that's when I start getting like overwhelmed. I'm like, too many pixels. There's too much I can put here. What do you think would be the best way to do that, dear? If you were the artist for... What was it called?
Cornell's Mansion?
Cornell's Mansion? Let's say you were the one person doing it all. Would you do... I know, that's what I'm saying, but... Like, what would be the strategy, do you think, for the art? I mean, maybe you could say coding too, but...
Well, typically what I've seen is people... I don't think they're doing... Maybe they are doing this. What I've seen is that if someone ports something to a lot of different platforms, they make art... You know, they have like one sort of like master art, which is like their like preferred platform. So it might be the C64 is like their preferred platform, and this is like the art they spend a lot of time on.
Yeah.
And then they'll try and use that same art across other platforms if possible, right? Maybe they have to tweak the colors slightly or whatever, but sometimes you can't because the platform is too different. So then they create another set of art, but they try and create it in such a way that it, you know, if they're aiming for 10 platforms, the second version of the art can cover 3 of those platforms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're trying to be clever about how you create art, because what you don't want to do, which is what I think they're doing, is create unique art per platform. It just multiplies your labor just by a ton. So I don't know, but I think that's what they're doing. I'd have to look more closely. Maybe their SNES and their Game Boy Advance are the same, or maybe their PC and Game Boy Advance are
I mean, yeah, the
art.
sprites and stuff, but like, you have
know.
different resolutions,
Yeah.
so yeah, and it's a point and click, so I mean, like,
You
a lot of it's not going to be sprites though, unless they did everything sprites.
Well, the characters are sprites.
Right, the character. I mean, yeah, the character. I'm sure the items that they pick up and stuff.
Items and, yeah.
I mean,
But you're doing backgrounds, right?
yeah, but the background would be one big.
But
Would probably be.
Yeah, it might be a big image, but you know, if maybe you have that one big image, and maybe on PC it's one big image, but maybe on GBA it's the same image, but you have to scroll to see the whole thing. You know, it might be something like that.
Did you play any of the
Demos.
We should check out the demo. When we watch the Game Beaters play
I
a bit.
backed it. I backed the GBA.
Oh, cool.
So we'll get the physical GBA.
I just wanted to see. I'm just curious how they're gonna do it. Like I was sitting there thinking, like,
That's just
I guess
a lot of
that
work.
makes more sense to just do a master of everything. Maybe just inspiration art, and then going through all the sprites and figuring out, okay, this is one that you can.
They have a lot of work ahead of them. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, they made a lot of money, which is good, but they have a ton of work.
Yeah.
And they have a big team, so best of luck to them.
I'm gonna do my best not to. We should definitely double check I didn't like throw any carts in the trash. Because we have the trash right next to the box that I'm putting the carts in. It's not a good idea.
Else in this trash bag, so you can just dig through it.
I'll just try to be more mindful. I'm gonna get through this stack and then I'll stop. Let's see how many I've got. I'm kind of grooving. I'm kind of moving and grooving. I mean, so yeah, I guess you could try to reuse the tiles and stuff, but some stuff like, you know, there's color restrictions. What is going on with my music? One down, 8,000 more to go. Hobo, don't get in there. Oof. Flash over there now. I need some music. Musica, musica. Okay. So Sean and I, our strategy for making games typically is we do passing things back and forth. Like he'll go ahead and code basic game mechanics, design some levels with just like outlines and things like that. And then I go in and make the art for him. Inky we did a little bit slightly different because he did a prototype in JavaScript, I believe. So, and he had that game entirely, at least all the puzzles and the levels done. So then I could work on the art on the JavaScript version, and he went to town while he worked on the assembly version. So that was a little bit different. So that was our first game together, and it was directly 100% a handoff. We were working on the same files at the same time. Then we started doing game jams, and that changed our strategy because, you know, you've got 10 days to make a game. You know, we didn't have time for him to do everything and then pass it off to me. So we're still trying to work that out. Our first game jam, we had some struggles. It was definitely a growing moment for us. It went much more smoothly for the second. But each time we make a game, whether it be a full one or something for a jam, we grow as a team, and it's a really great feeling. We also grow individually as well, so because I didn't know anything about game art when I started, other than just just playing games. But I've learned a lot, and I think I've gotten pretty decent. Colors are still hard. Colors will always be hard. But my trick for that and how I handle it is just using set palettes and not trying to figure out palettes on my own. But I am taking art lessons right now. And my goal is to learn better composition and then learn how to use colors. So, learning art basics. I keep getting short on these bags. Ugh. Tweety, 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 tweety. Tweety, 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 tweety. I've got a thing for the birds. Our gorgeous PCBs. They're so lovely. I think when I'm done with this, I'll record a little short of putting one of these together. Oh, need a screw. Can't screw without a screw. Have fun, dear. You taking the hobo with you? He'd love it. So many to go. So many to go. Why does my music keep stopping? Okay. So MGC is in Milwaukee. And I've never been to Wisconsin. It'll be my first Wisconsin trip. I'm not that excited about going to Wisconsin. It's gonna be kind of chilly up there, man. This is the wrong side. Which I'm not thrilled about. I don't handle the cold well. And anything below 50 is cold. I think the days will be above 50, but I think the evenings will be cold. But thankfully, our hotel is close. So it'll be a short walk back to the hotel after the conference. All right, after this one, I'm gonna count and see how many I have. All right. I'm cartridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm counting my cards. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 300 to do, and I want to see how many I've done to see how many I have left. So I'm at 20 now. Don't let me forget. 20 cards. 1, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 30 carts. 30 Game Boy Advance carts. 30, 30, 30, 30. Don't let me forget. Thirty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40 Game Boy Advanced carts. That's good to know. Like 20 is pretty much strictly a cost. Okay, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 50. 1, 2. Oh crap. 2. God. They're all falling out of their bags. These are empty. Okay. $55. Fit. Okay, 5. No, it's 60. That was 60. $65 carts. Awesome times. So 65 down out of 300. Woohoo! Okay. Well, thanks for all who came out. I'm gonna call it because I'm tired. That was not a lot of fun. But I will be doing this again a lot until they're gone. So, cool beans, everyone. Jackie, it was good to see you always, by the way.